Imagine waking up tomorrow, and suddenly, gravity on Earth is twice as strong as it is today. Everything around you becomes heavier. Your body, buildings, cars, even the air feels different. Walking becomes exhausting. It's jumping, almost impossible. Airplanes struggle to fly, and the entire planet slowly begins to change. So what would really happen if Earth's gravity suddenly doubled? Would humans survive? Would animals adapt? Would civilization collapse? Or would life find a way? Let's explore what our world would look like under 2 times stronger gravity. Before we imagine the chaos, let's understand what doubling gravity actually means. Right now, Earth's gravity pulls everything downward with a force of 9.8 meters per second squared. This means that every object accelerates toward the ground at that rate. If gravity doubled, it would become roughly 19.6 meters per second squared. In simple terms, everything would suddenly weigh twice as much. If you weigh 70 kilograms today, your body would feel like 140 kilograms, And that change would affect every single structure and organism on Earth. But the most immediate impact would be felt by one thing: your body. The human body evolved under Earth's current gravity. Our bones, muscles, and cardiovascular system are designed specifically for it. Doubling gravity would shock our bodies instantly. The first thing you'd notice: standing up becomes difficult. Walking feels exhausting. Running would feel like you're carrying a huge backpack everywhere. Heart would struggle too. Why? Because gravity would pull blood downward with greater force. Your heart would have to pump much harder to send blood to your brain. This could cause dizziness, fainting, circulation problems. Some people might even lose consciousness when standing. Over time, our bodies might adapt. Humans will likely develop thicker bones, stronger muscles, shorter, sturdier bodies. In fact, taller people would struggle more. In stronger gravity worlds, shorter bodies are more stable, so the average human height would likely decrease over generations. But humans wouldn't be the only ones affected. Animals would face serious challenges too. Large animals would struggle the most. Take elephants, for example. They already live close to the limit of what their bones can support. If gravity doubled, their massive bodies might become too heavy for their legs. Many large animals could face severe mobility problems. Smaller animals, however, might adapt better. Creatures like insects, rodents, and reptiles would likely survive more easily. Why? Because smaller bodies handle stronger gravity much better. This is actually why insects can lift many times their own weight. In a high-gravity world, evolution would favor smaller creatures, compact bodies, and strong legs. Over millions of years, Earth's wildlife would probably look very different. But animals aren't the only structures under pressure. What about our cities? Buildings are engineered based on current gravity. If gravity doubled overnight, every structure would suddenly carry twice the load. Bridges would experience enormous stress. Skyscrapers would sway less, but their internal supports would face extreme pressure. Older buildings might collapse. Some bridges could fail. Infrastructure would need massive reinforcement. Future buildings would likely be shorter, wider, thicker. Architects might avoid tall skyscrapers altogether. Cities could become more horizontal instead of vertical. Transportation systems would change too, because gravity would also affect vehicles. Cars would still work, but everything would require more energy. Engines would need to work harder to move heavier vehicles. Fuel consumption would increase. Braking distances might shorten because weight increases friction. But one form of transportation would face serious problems. Airplanes. Flight depends on lift. Lift must counteract gravity. If gravity doubled, planes would need much more lift to stay airborne. That means bigger wings, stronger engines, longer runways. Some aircraft designs might become impossible. Air travel would become more expensive and less efficient. Space travel would become even harder. Launching rockets from Earth would require enormous amounts of fuel. Escaping Earth's gravity would be significantly more difficult. But gravity affects more than just machines. It also changes the environment. Gravity holds our atmosphere in place. If gravity doubled, the atmosphere would become denser near the surface. Air pressure would increase. Breathing might feel slightly different. Weather patterns could change dramatically. Clouds might form lower. Storms could behave differently. Rain could fall faster. Even rivers and oceans would behave slightly differently. Water would flow more aggressively downhill. Ocean waves could become more powerful. The entire climate system would slowly adjust, but the most fascinating part is how life might evolve in such conditions. In a stronger gravity world, evolution would likely produce shorter organisms, stronger limbs, denser bones, compact body shapes. Flying animals would struggle. Birds might become smaller, or flight might disappear entirely. Some scientists speculate that high-gravity planets could host life forms that look completely different from Earth's animals. Creatures might crawl close to the ground. Bodies might be low, wide, and extremely strong. It would be a very different ecosystem. But here's the most important question. Would humans survive long-term? The answer is probably yes, but it wouldn't be easy. The first years after gravity doubled would be extremely challenging. Many systems would fail. Infrastructure would need rebuilding. Medical systems would need to understand new health problems. But humans are incredibly adaptable. Over generations, we might evolve stronger bones and muscles. Technology would also help. We might develop exoskeleton suits, gravity-assisted transportation, new architectural designs. Eventually, society could stabilize. But our world will look very different from today. Cities would be lower, people would be shorter, movement would be slower, and life would feel heavier. Literally, gravity is one of the most important forces shaping our universe. We rarely think about it, but it quietly controls everything. How we move, how planets form, how stars live and die, and even how life evolves. If Earth's gravity suddenly doubled, our world would transform in ways both terrifying and fascinating. So next time you jump or drop something on the floor, remember, you're experiencing one of the most powerful forces in the universe. And right now, it's perfectly balanced for life. If you enjoyed this exploration, subscribe for more science, space, and what-if scenarios, and tell us in the comments what other what-if question should we explore next.